Good morning or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Today I'm going to show you how to contour your makeup, your face, without using a great deal of makeup or foundation. But we're going to start with foundation, a concealer, light to dark, and I'm going to show you which areas of your face that you want to contour to make the look you're seeking. The first thing I'm going to do is take my hair out of my face and I'm going to clip it to the side, because I want to be able to get to my entire face. So, in order to contour my face, I'm going to use a lighter color. The lighter color contour is going to go here and here, and it's going to come down your nose as such, because you want the darker areas to come here and the lighter areas to be in here. And I even like to go ahead and do the upper part of my eyes, because I like to have a contour look underneath my eyebrows to create a more defined area. Go ahead and do your chin here to lighten that up. And I'm going to go ahead and I want this area to be light here underneath my eyes and on out to my cheekbone. You'll notice that I'm putting it on with an applicator brush, but I'm dabbing it. I'm not pulling it necessarily through, I'm dabbing it so that it has good coverage. Okay. And right up above my midline. And then I'd like to contour it with a darker color. Darker color, you notice that I'm squeezing my lips to see my cheekbone. Put it right along the bottom of your cheekbone there. And the darker color you want to go ahead and put near your hairline, so close that it actually is on your hairline. We're going to pull it through momentarily. I just want to show you where you want to put that darker area. I like to have a little puffy lips, so I put the darker color directly under the lip, as such. So you notice how I've contoured with this darker color on the cheekbone. Now, I like to go ahead and rub it through. Some people use a applicator sponge. I go ahead and use my fingertips because I just like to feel where I'm putting it on my face. And as I smooth it through, you should be able to tell the lighter areas and the darker areas have actually been blended, but they still have their definition. And I don't pull at my eyes. I'm actually dabbing my eyes. And then for my neck, I like to pull it through, but what I like to do is do a line of the dark here to create some definition, and then I take the light and I like to do some light here, and then I'll pull it through like such, and that smooths out. It doesn't give you this crease of a line that you see on some faces. Now, I dab it with some powder after that, just to hold set the foundation and have it stay on longer. Now, of course, you can use a brush for this. I start off using my fingers. As I said, it just allows me to feel where it's going, and then I'll take a makeup brush to smooth everything out. like to hit my cheekbone with some blush there. Not too bright, not too light, but just to define this contour area underneath your cheek. Now, the blush typically is a great color to go ahead and use as a base for your eyeshadow. Many people like to use a lighter color base. I like to use the blush color because as you look at my face, you don't have a whole mixture of colors going on. In order to do more of a neutral look, that's why I use the blush. And I'm going from light toward the corner of my eye over to a brighter area on the edge of my eye. Again, that is creating a look of contour going in here. Then I like to use eyeshadow pencils to complete the eyeshadow look. Since I use some a blush with some pink in it, I've got a pink color that with some shine that I'm putting here. Notice the difference here and here. I'm going to go ahead and contour it this way and make sure that color is translucent. Perfect. And then I like to go ahead and add a highlight up here right under my brow. Create some definition there. Now this is a champagne that I'm using. And then I also like to come back, and because I have what's called a hooded eyelid here, I like to come back and put some dark here to give it some definition. So you can use either another eyeshadow pencil, or you could come in with some eyeshadow on a sponge. So in this case, I'm going to use a light brown to come in with some eyeshadow on my sponge. And to get it in the right place, keep your eyes open and go ahead and apply it on the outer part and bring it into the center. Just like that. And then you can smudge it to get the shading that you're looking for. And that's giving me some of the definition that I'd like to see on my eye. Okay. Just gonna smooth and shade that in. And I like to make sure my eyes are fairly the same angle on both sides. But, you know, when you're doing it yourself and having self-application, of course there is going to be some differences. But I think that using a mirror, you're able to really set that shade and tone that you're looking for. So after I've got my eyeshadow contoured on the way I'd like to have it, then I go back and I take an eyeliner pencil. Again, using the shade of the blush that I've put on my cheeks and I blend it into my eyes. I pick an eyeliner pencil that follows that same category. Sorry, there is a hair in my eye, of course. So I've picked a shade that actually is a cross between a brown and a burgundy. And I'll go ahead and put that on the bottom of my eyes, thicker toward the outside corner, thinner coming in. And what I'm doing there is I'm creating a look of, hey, my eyes are angled. I create the shape that I'm looking for. I like to make my eyes look a bit bigger. I don't really like how narrow they tend to be. So by putting a color not on the inside of your lid, but actually underneath and making it thicker on the outer corner, you're actually giving a look of a larger eye. And that's why I do that. So I'll give you a second to see the difference between the two eyes. So this one should look larger than this one. All right, now we're going to go ahead and apply to this one. And again, it's going to be a narrower angle toward the inside of the eye and the nose, thicker toward the outside of the eye. And I do just a little bit in the corner on the upper part of the eye, just to show that, hey, this does go together. It's not bluntly, you know, one area versus the other. So after that, I like to still have some definition here. So I'm going to come in with some black eyeliner. And the black eyeliner I use is liquid. I do that because I can manage where it goes a lot easier. So I'm going to do it thicker on the outer side of the top lid as such. And then I'm going to do a very small line above my eyelash. And it's going to get narrower as it goes to the inside of the eye. And I do a bit of an arch right in here, just because, again, I'm trying to create a larger eye look. And by doing an arch right up at the middle of your lid, and going very, very thin through here, but thicker as it comes out here, you widen the eye. And again, I have not changed my eyes themselves, but if you look at the difference between this eye and this eye, you should notice that this one looks larger. And it is because of where I am placing the eyeliner underneath my eye and over top the eye. It also has to do with the color. I don't put the black underneath my eye because if I do, it's going to bring my eye in. And again, I'm trying to have a larger eye look. So I'm going to go ahead and do this eye now. And once again, by arching it at the middle, I am creating a larger eye look. Now I've brought the color into the inside of my eye, and the reason for that is because I like more of an angled look. So more of a cat style look is what I'm looking for. And then I like to create a little pizzazz on the edge of my eye. So I'm going to take the liner and I'm going to do a second line here. Just for decoration. You may or may not like that. I do. I just like the bold look. But if you're not looking for a bold look, you're going to the office, then this is probably not what you want to do with your liner, the last little step I did. For me, I'm going to be going out after I change my clothes and get dressed, of course. And so I like that bolder look. So I've used lighter colors on my face, ones that enhance my eyes. I have green eyes, and so I've used tones, light browns, and, you know, some pinks to enhance my eye look. And of course that matches with the blonde hair as well. Now I've gone ahead and brushed over my lips with the concealer because I like to have a natural look. I'm going to use some gloss, neutral tone gloss on my lips. There. So that is the completed contoured face look. And you can go ahead and let your hair down now, which I will do. I probably need to do a little more to my hair, but for right now, this is the look. I hope you like it. And and subscribe to my channel.